match that we thought would never take place, but how lucky we are. What a privilege to host it as the main event here at Americanrana 22 Blackout.
Your Americanrana Blackout main event is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to my left, wrestling out of Sacramento, California, weighing in at 224 pounds, Timothy Thatcher!
The guy's an animal, carved out of granite.
His opponent to my right, representing the Blackpool Combat Club,
I like when people come over and hand me money.
wrestling out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 199 pounds. He is the current Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Wheeler Yuta!
Now, Paul, if my calculations are correct, this is Wheeler Yuta's 69th match for Beyond Wrestling, making his debut just down the road at Electric Hayes in 2017 against Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Think about that, 2017 that was, and Beyond Wrestling continues to show that we are the present and the future of independent wrestling. That is a prime example right there.
Well, that goes back to what Eddie Kingston said. If the fans continue to support Beyond Wrestling, if they continue to support independent wrestling, that support can change the trajectory of the careers of these men and women that put their bodies on the line to entertain in the name of sports. That's what professional wrestling is. It is a sport. Wheeler Yuta is the Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Champion, and I would imagine, I'd wager to guess, that we will see the more athletic side of professional wrestling in tonight's third part of our triple main event. First time ever match. Didn't think that anybody would ever be able to host this. But man, it's taking place here at a Beyond Wrestling ring. White Eagle, Worcester, Massachusetts. This is pro wrestling Mecca.
And this is the beauty of this contest. It could go as quickly as the SLADE Eddie Kingston match, or this one could go all night. These two can go the distance.
Well, that's the beauty of being on IWTV. They ain't shutting us down. We'd have to lose power, which the way things have gone the last couple of years with Americanrana, let's not tempt fate. But
yeah,
Wheeler
knock on
Yuta,
wood somewhere.
Wheeler Yuta, yeah, not yet. Wheeler Yuta and Timothy Thatcher, first time encounter, and like we saw with Ortiz and Alec Price, a filling out process. But there you see the grittier side of Wheeler Yuta, getting right in the face and grinding his forearm in Timothy Thatcher's face. We didn't really see a clean break out of the corner there, Paul.
I feel like in years past, Wheeler Yuta, when he was known as the Decoder, might have taken a different route against Timothy Thatcher as far as trying to be more elusive, but I feel like with being under the learning tree of the Blackpool Combat Club, he's going to be more straightforward here with Thatcher.
And I hate to use this phrase because I don't think the pandemic benefited anybody, but the people that made the most of the opportunities coming out of the pandemic era of professional wrestling, I think that Wheeler Yuta is going to be at the top of the list. New attitude, he put so much into his physique, and here he stands. Well, right now he's getting grounded into the mat, but in the ring with Timothy Thatcher, he's not giving up as much size as, well, he would have been in 2017. So it's just incredible to be able to see the path of somebody like a Wheeler Yuta as he was looking for that drop kick, and Timothy Thatcher didn't even budge. And honestly, the expression on the face of Thatcher, it hasn't budged either.
No, I mean, you said it. He is cut out of granite, and you can say that about his expression as well. I mean, that is part of his whole demeanor, his whole attitude, his own style, is the fact that he goes in there and he is the ultimate poker player when it comes to his expressions.
Well, he's a calculated killer, but let's think about some of the guys that Yuta's been hanging out with. Moxley, Danielson, Castagnoli, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's a great company to be around for Wheeler Yuta, especially at such a still young age for him in his career, to be around such great minds, including William Regal.
Well, you know what? It's just wild to me because while all those guys were tied up with TV contracts, it was the guys like Drew Gulak, Biff Busick, and Timothy Thatcher that kept the spirit of that style of wrestling alive worldwide with their matches on the independents, and this one is getting ugly in a hurry.
And I had a feeling it might get ugly as Timothy Thatcher pulling Yuta back into the center of the ring and now going to twist that ankle. And here's the thing about Wheeler Yuta too. He didn't have to take this contest.
No.
He could have said no, but he wants to continue to sharpen his skills against the very best in all of wrestling.
Well, if Danielson and Castagnoli are the first generation in the modern independent wrestling boom, and then Gulak and Thatcher, Biff, if they're the next generation, then Wheeler Yuta's like the third generation. So I mean, to me, we're seeing a generational dream match right now, and you said that Yuta needed to be more elusive. Paul, as this match unfolds, I don't think he wants to go strike for strike with Thatcher, because every time he gets in a striking battle, he finds himself seconds away from a submission predicament. And Thatcher cannot win with this hold, not while pulling on the nose, but if he converts it to a bow and arrow, a little bit too close to the ropes, but making sure to utilize that 5 count to really put some stress on the back and neck of Wheeler Yuta.
And Yuta in the fight for his life on the mat right now. He needs to create distance, create some separation, get himself some breathing room, because Timothy Thatcher is picking him apart very quickly. And like I mentioned, all it takes is one shot for Timothy Thatcher to put Yuta away, and it could come in a hurry.
Well, not for nothing, even though this isn't a title match, with Wheeler Yuta being the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, I mean, let's face it, Tony Khan is watching everything that happens in professional wrestling. If Thatcher can knock off the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, you got to think that he's going to be in line for a title match at some point.
Absolutely, and you think he's about to go over to Pro Wrestling Noah once again. They are probably watching this contest too, and if they see him pick up an impressive win, he could be in line for any title in Pro Wrestling Noah.
Thatcher head-to-head with Wheeler Yuta, not allowing for any separation as he picks him up, tossing him over with that hip lock. Now going into the pin as Yuta was sent for the ride. Barely got a 1 count. Yeah, Paul, if Kingston and Slade was a little bit faster than anticipated, this one could go the distance.
That is what it is pacing out to be, but not if Yuta cannot put up any defense here, because Timothy Thatcher is brutal with those uppercuts.
Well, Yuta trapped the arm with that cording hold, trying to hyperextend the elbow, possibly dislocate the shoulder. And Thatcher's in an awkward position to defend himself. He's trying with all of his might to get Yuta back down to the mat, but Yuta just has the technique to hold on. They call it a cording hold because of that position. It's almost, walking your opponent around the ring. Typically, they say when you control the head, you control the body. Well, with that cording hold, you can really control your opponent. Yuta is using this valuable time to help himself recover, potentially plan his next course of attack. Nope, just got kneed right under the chin.
Wheeler Yuta needs to come up with a game plan. He needs to get desperate at this point, as a lot of opponents of Timothy Thatcher have gotten, but he needs to get really desperate. If he has been learning a lot from his mentors at All Elite Wrestling, he needs to use that knowledge to get out of this deep, deep hole.
Thatcher, one-on-one with Tony Storm, the most watched match in Beyond Wrestling history. The main event of our Lit Up event, and think of just how far we've come from those WrestleMania weekends. 500 plus here at the White Eagle in Worcester, Massachusetts for Americanrana 22 Blackout, hosting this historic first time ever match between Timothy Thatcher and Wheeler Yuta. And neither competitor, really with a decided advantage, stringing together a lot of offense, but the tide may firmly be swinging in the favor of Timothy Thatcher right now. He seems pretty proud of his handiwork.
And it's interesting you bring up that match against Tony Storm. This match right now looks very similar to that contest. It was a very one-sided affair, and Timothy Thatcher making it a one-sided affair here at Americanrana Blackout.
I'm telling you, Yuta does not want to match these strikes, but just like that, driving his elbow into maybe the bicep, the tricep, or maybe the forearm. Oh, but not enough to stop Thatcher, but Thatcher might have done a little damage to himself. And that time the drop kick has Thatcher on spaghetti legs. Not enough to take him down, but Thatcher is wobbled.
Thatcher charging in, Yuta gets the boot up, goes to the second rope. But he just had a little bit of a break. He checked himself, but he's able to get the spinning divorce court on that arm.
Buying himself some valuable time. Thatcher's right arm might be completely dislocated, at the very least neutralized. And a lot of those grips, you need both your hands. Thatcher trying to keep his arm by his side, but Wheeler Yuta continues to target with the hammerlock into that top turnbuckle.
And now Yuta with a little bit of space, but he is not taking any time to breathe. He is going on the offensive against Thatcher.
This is the first real injury that we've seen thus far in this match. We've seen Both competitors struggling for many different holds, but Wheeler Yuta has finally found his target in the right arm of Timothy Thatcher. I don't know if Thatcher's going to be as effective with the striking now. The guy's on his back and he's still kicking.
Playing defense, learning those lessons from Hoist Gracie pass, but Yuta stomping down, or at least collapsing down on the knee and lower part of the leg, I should say, and going after that arm now.
Short attacks to both of the legs of Timothy Thatcher to go back to the long game, which is going to be that target on that right arm.
Ringing that arm is Yuta, and the European uppercut to the elbow. And going after that tricep maybe, but Thatcher is hanging on. Look at that grip.
Look at Thatcher struggle right here for position as Yuta trying to ring that arm. Thatcher able to get the separation off the ropes. Big throw.
Hits that Magnum TA style belly to belly suplex off the ropes. Does Thatcher, goes over, hooks the leg. Count of 2.
See that? He had the leg hooked with that right arm. He could barely keep the pin. Ooh, and that's a dirty move, just grinding his knuckles.
It's dirty and it's just very, very painful as Yuta gets that.
He's trying to suffocate him. He's covered his mouth and nose.
At least for 4 seconds he was. This is how vicious and scary he is. Why we mentioned that at the top of the broadcast. He is a frightening person to be in the ring with.
Face first goes Wheeler Yuta, now using that cravat to reposition Yuta against the ropes. Big forearm to the side of the face, but that might have been tunnel vision backfiring on Timothy Thatcher. Yuta's trying to send him into that post. Thatcher fighting for dear life.
He sensed it coming and now continuing, but he did not see that coming, or he could not stop it. Either way, Thatcher goes down against the post, and Yuta now on the chase.
I was going to ask you a stupid question. Do you think Yuta would be content with a count-out victory?
No.
I think I answered my own question. Oh, and again, though, that time it looked like the left clavicle. I like to bring it up a lot because it's worth noting. The collarbone is the easiest bone in the body to break. It takes like 30, 35 pounds of pressure. That's it. You break your collarbone, you lose control of your arm, you risk having your bone rip through your skin and creating a big bloody mess. That's gross.
And
I don't want to see that.
And that could be the intent of Wheeler Yuta at this point. He has become so more aggressive over the last few months, and he may need it here against Thatcher because Thatcher is refusing to stay down.
Got to think that Moxley and Danielson making the most of their IWTV description. Close eyes on this one. The impact from that fall. Timothy Thatcher unable to counter the crossbody, but able to roll through with the impact.
Almost caught him there at the 3 count. He was able to roll through using the momentum that Yuta had on that high crossbody for a near fall.
Yep, he ate the brunt of the impact, but was able to use the momentum to swing his opponent over. Not enough for more than a near fall. And Thatcher, is he looking for a full Nelson?
He has that full Nelson, at least trying it here, but Yuta, look at that defense.
Well, that was smart. Your legs are stronger than your arms.
High angle slam from Wheeler Yuta, making the cover.
Oh, Thatcher, he can't even keep this guy on his back.
And that was so smart by Timothy Thatcher. By the way, he was trying to angle himself to at least give himself a second to keep that pin at bay, and it was enough to let him survive and get out at 2. Yuta pulling Thatcher up by the ear. Pulling him up by his ear. That is how aggressive Wheeler Yuta has become.
Of course, Wheeler Yuta, former IWTV Independent Wrestling Champion, defeated Lee Moriarty in this very building around the 53-minute mark.
That was a classic I had the privilege of calling here. And this one, I feel like could go that distance, but maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon.
I think Yuta got knocked out from that headbutt, but Thatcher, he's just trying to get something going with that arm. He just collapsed.
He collapsed. Yuta is down. Who is going to get up first, or is anyone going to get up first?
Incredible view of our capacity crowd here at the White Eagle in Worcester, Massachusetts. Some of the most respectful fans you will ever meet anywhere in professional wrestling.
And a complete lack of respect here by Timothy Thatcher as he is booting away at the face and head of Wheeler Yuta.
Oh, just driving that knee to the spine.
But Yuta is up. Yuta is alive. He is motivated.
Well, if there's one thing that's going to favor Wheeler Yuta, somebody that was born in the Beyond Wrestling ring, if he's looking to find his second win, if he wants to feed off the energy, that's something that is unique to him that I don't think that Timothy Thatcher is going to have the same support here at the White Eagle.
Holding onto that leg is Thatcher, but there is the right foot of Yuta to the neck of Timothy Thatcher, and he is able to break that grasp.
What's Yuta got in mind right here? Able to close the distance with that big boot. Thatcher still on his feet, turns around into a forearm. Yuta is just unloading the heavy artillery right now. Oh, just punched him on the top of the head, chopped him in the throat. What the hell is going on?
Hits the German suplex with the bridge. No, out at two.
But Thatcher's got a key lock. He's got that Kimura hold.
He has the Kimura on his left hand, grasping his right wrist. That is cinched in.
How did Yuta get out of that? Or he's not out of the woods yet. Let's be real. How did he get back up to his feet though, Paul?
The maddening look in the face of Timothy Thatcher as he wants to put this one away here in our main event of Americanrana. And Yuta, is he out again? No. Firing back is Wheeler Yuta here in the main event. Steps up into the Enziguri. And now going for those 12-6 elbows to the neck and the chest of Timothy Thatcher. Oh, he's gonna try to make him quit. He is going to try to make Timothy Thatcher quit in the center of the ring.
All of that pressure on the arm. Timothy Thatcher, he's trying to fight with every fiber of his being over the ropes.
Trying to get to that second rope. Yuta saw it.
Able to neutralize both arms.
He got him.
And pin Thatcher's shoulders to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. What a main event!
Here's your winner, the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Wheeler Yuta!
Damn, talk about a super fight, Paul. It does not get much grittier than that.
An unbelievable display, a wrestling clinic in our main event, a hard-hitting affair. But in the end, Wheeler Yuta showed that he was ready to level up for this dream match.
Give a lot of props to Timothy Thatcher too, though. He gave Wheeler Yuta one hell of a fight. If you want to talk about, if you believe in it, if you want to think about the phrase, iron sharpens iron, and I think we might have some special guests coming to the ring
to
help celebrate with Wheeler Yuta. Yep, Kingston making his way back ringside. There's Funky Monkey Ortiz too. What a special moment right now. What a way to wrap up Americanrana 22 Blackout.
An incredible way, a tribute to the past and still the future of our great sport, Wheeler Yuta, Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston. What is... Wait, look at that on the... Oh, wow. The Miracle Generation, Ichiban and Alec Price.
Well, I mean, these guys have competed every week for the last 33 weeks here. Wrestling Open every Thursday night on IWTV. Alec Price leading the charge. We saw the Miracle Generation victorious over the Brick City Boys at Wrestling Open, no respect.
And Ichiban, you want to talk about great main events. His main event earlier against Max Caster was incredible.
Yeah, he was victorious over Max Caster in the $20,000 Double Down match. Well, Eddie Kingston and Ortiz looking to celebrate the victory alongside Wheeler Yuta. Three guys that came up on the indies. But you've got four of the hottest wrestlers on the scene today in the Miracle Generation. Kylon King, Dustin Waller, Ichiban with the mask, and Alec Price, who was victorious over Ortiz.
And they are getting in the ring, Ortiz, Yuta, and not going to back down.
Kingston's looking for a fight, but we don't
Wow.
Oh, there's no need for this to get physical.
Getting right in his face, Kingston is not going to back down. This is getting very physical in a hurry.
Oh, these guys got to handle their business. What are they out here for?
Are they about to go to war here? Are we about to have another open versus beyond battle, DC?
What's Price got to say?
They want the microphone. Kingston was ready to fight all four.
Very intense moment here.
Okay. We're here at Americanrana. This is supposed to be a time for celebration, right? So if I understand this correctly, I haven't been here on Thursdays in a while, and I hear that these fine gentlemen are carrying the torch pretty damn well. So if y'all want to fight, we'll fight. But for tonight, I respect all four of you. Because you know what Eddie was saying about the people that love wrestling, the people that come to Worcester all the time because they love wrestling. How about these four guys right here? How about Waves and Curls? How about Willow Nightingale right there too? So, I believe y'all have a match coming up. So why don't you worry about that? And we'll worry about handshakes for tonight.
A much better way to end things here tonight at Americanrana. The past, the present, and the future all together here in the center of the ring at Americanrana Blackout.
Well, I think there's been some rumors circulating in the locker room about some of the matches we may see when Beyond Wrestling returns to Patty's Beach Club for Bish at the Beach on September 25th. What does Wheeler Yuta know? What does Wheeler Yuta know?
There's a match I would love to see, and this could break down in a hurry. Waves and Curls and Willow Nightingale out here, maybe restore some more. This is out of control, or it's about to be.
Well, Waves and Curls competing almost every Thursday here at Wrestling Open. But they competed alongside Willow Nightingale tonight. Willow Nightingale sharing a locker room with Ortiz, Kingston, and Yuta. Our cool heads gonna prevail.
Listen. What you guys do Thursday night, I'm charmed. I'm charmed by Wrestling Open. I really am.
Wow.
But listen. No
kind of a shot?
respect. If you're gonna be complaining, you have no respect. Cool it down and earn it. Okay? Coming here, making a mess.
I think Open beat Beyond, if I remember right.
All right.
I don't know how Waves and Curls seem to be siding with Willow Nightingale on this one. They're telling their boys to calm down.
I think they more than earned their spot.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna come out here and...
My man, you wish you could beat me. Suck my dick, get the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
All right, we gotta get these guys out of here.
We gotta get them out.
Well, I got to make a phone call, but I think one of my Thursdays just opened up. Now, as I was saying, this is Beyond Wrestling. This is Worcester, Massachusetts, and every one of you here is in a small way responsible for where I'm at today, so thank you all.
on? Are we still on? I'm sorry about that.
Now, and I love you too. And I had a lot more to say, and then Eddie Kingston said it right all before my match. So I haven't really had time to think anything else, but thank you, Worcester. I love you. I will see you all soon. Beyond motherfucking wrestling.
Whoa!
Beyond wrestling. Beyond wrestling.
Well, again, on behalf of Paul Crockett, Sam Laterna, Dan Barry, did Tracy Williams get here? I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Americanrana 22 Blackout, streaming on IWTV. Anything that you can do to support independent wrestling, you change the trajectory of these people's lives and careers. I love you all. Have a good night.
And that concludes Americanrana Blackout. How about a big round of applause for Willow Nightingale, Eddie Kingston, Angel Ortiz,